Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Pablo Del Rosario.
And we give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Beda in tonight's game plan. We'll catch up with four-time PBA Finals MVP Teniente Tenorio to get the latest on Barangay Ginebra as they stay unbeaten in the Governor's Cup.
We'll also remember the legendary Beda Juniors coach Ato Badolato from the eyes of one of his bright mentees, LA Tenorio. And Isaiah Thomas is back playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. In light of his return, we'll play a little game of Pick'em for NBA point guards. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. Defending PBA Governor's Cup champs Barangay Ginebra remains unbeaten with 3 wins under their belt. However, the quest to retain the crown is now an uphill battle with Stanley Pringle joining the injured list. Now joining us to talk about that and give the latest on Barangay Ginebra is the general himself, 4-time finals MVP, LA Tenorio. LA, how are you doing?
Hi Pao, hi Bea, good evening.
Hi, LA.
LA,
To all the viewers.
grabe talaga yung injury situation nyo. May first unit kayo, may second unit kayo, and may intensive care unit pa kayo. Grabe. So, it's Stanley Pringle, Joe Devance, Jared Dillinger, Aljon Mariano, and Mark Caguiwa. Pwede yan pang starting 5 for any team. How are you guys coping with it, especially with yung addition ni Stanley Pringle doon?
It's really tough for our team right now. Having first 5 o yung intensive care unit namin na mga key players namin. It's really tough for our team right now, but again, for me, it's also an opportunity for other players to step up. So pag good thing, nakakapag-step up like Arvin Tolentino, there's si Sydney Omibere, si Ken Salado, and some other guys nakapag-step up. So pagbalik nila at nabuo ulit yung team namin, we're gonna be in good shape, especially going to the playoffs kasi everyone's ready to play na. So I think that's yung blessing in disguise dito sa nangyayari. But again, napakalaking bagay nung 5 players na yun for our team. May sa core talaga namin. Not only them playing, yung naglalaro, but yung presence nila sa loob ng court, napakalaking bagay kasi mga veterano sila lahat.
Now, talking about the next man up mentality nga, sabi mo the likes of Arvin Tolentino, Ken Salado, they really stepped it up in the past few games. But let's talk about the fans. One of the glaring differences that we noticed in the past game is the return of the fans in the stands and the famous Ginebra chant. LA, kamusta ang feeling that your 6th man is back in the Big Dome?
Well, sobrang we're very, very, very happy na nakapaglaro kami with the fans. Again, as I've said many times, sa mga interview, kami yung pinaka-affected pagdating sa bubble setup. Because yung mga fans kasi, they're part of our team. Kaya sila yung 6 man namin. So, last night, actually, nung Friday din, we were very excited and we were very happy na we saw all the fans. And especially last night, we heard really the chant of Ginebra. Sobrang, I think that was a big part of our win last night. That's why I said in the interview na yung mga fans talaga, napakalaking factor talaga niyan sa amin. Without them last night, I don't think we're gonna pull that win last night.
LA, we're replaying yung shot mo to force yung OT, actually ad nauseum almost. And with the fans there again, nalalo ko kasi dati, during the bubble, they were game winners for Barangay Ginebra. Scotty Thompson hit one from the corner. There were a lot of great moments for Barangay Ginebra in the bubble. Pero ngayon that you actually had 2 big moments, not just one, you had 2. You greedy person, you had 2 big moments for Barangay Ginebra. Can you talk a bit about yung feeling na yun? Now this time, it's not just yung teammates cheering you on, it's actually the fans out there giving you that boost you need. Kasi grabe, ang cool mo pa rin after you hit those shots Oo.
No. Cool kasi parang chamba
Ay, grabe. Chamba ba yun, LA? Parang di naman.
Parang di ako nagpahalata, pero okay na yun. But, it's parang the feeling, the first one, really, yung feeling ng first one when I hit the 3 points to tie and to go into the overtime. To be honest, I was really confident that we're gonna win that game, no? Because after that sequences, marami yan di ba? We were down by 5 and then nanalo pa kami, di ba? So I was, really confident na mananalo kami sa game na yon because not because we have the momentum, but yung mga fans na buhay talaga.
Yeah.
They were there from actually yung after during the overtime, nandun sila the whole time. So chanting Ginebra. So yun yung feeling ko naging I said I'm gonna say it again, sobrang laking bagay no. And iba yung feeling. That's why the second time medyo mas sumarap yung feeling kasi the Dagger 3 yun yung medyo lalo nagpabuhay sa mga fans, di ba? So yun.
And talking a bit about the fans as well, alongside yung mga young players nyo, because looking at Arvin Tolentino, he's broken 2 career highs on just as many games. But then, I'm sure as a veteran, you talk to yung mga young guns nyo about what Ginebra means to the fans and what that means for how they play. And now that siguro may visual aid ka na for your young players to say that these are what we're playing for, these guys are who we're playing for. How much easier does it make for you as a leader to teach yung mga mas batong yung player to really represent Ginebra?
Well, actually, after 2 years na mawalang fans, no, ito pala yung time nila na na-experience, mostly, no, especially guys like, I think Arvin, hindi masyado, and then Ken Salado, and then Sidneon Rivere also, na nasa Ginebra, and some other new guys sa team namin. We always talk about it in the dugout naman no? Even though when we were in the bubble, no, we know that all the Ginebra fans are watching us. So, I always tell the young players that whenever you wear that Ginebra jersey, kumbaga part na ng kumbaga parang you're playing for the national team.
Yeah.
You're not playing for the name the back of your jersey. You're playing the name in front of your jersey. That's the pressure that you're gonna have wearing Ginebra jersey. Yun yung lagi ko sinasabi sa kanila. And last night after the game, Coach Tim reminded, of course, everyone, not only the young players, but especially the young players, na this is the start. Like, ito yung, ganyan yung mga feel na every game pag may mga fans, diba? And this is gonna be I think more bigger on the Christmas game with the Manila Clasico. So, kumbaga parang pinapa-expect na sa amin ni Coach na, don't be too excited, which is yung lagi namin nire-remind. But, know that the fans are there for us. Nandyan sila to cheer for us and to give us confidence going to the game and during the game.
Tama nga sinabi mo, no, LA, the pride and glory of being a Ginebra player is back with the fans going back to the stadium. But speaking of fans, let's take a look at the next couple of game days leading up into Christmas. So on December 22 in the Smart ARANETA COLISEUM and December 25 in the Smart ARANETA COLISEUM as well, we have the Blackwater Bossing versus the Alaska Aces.
And after that, of course, Meralco Bolts against the TNT Tropang Giga. You follow that up, of course, with the anticipated Christmas game. Of course, the Manila Clasico will be there. Unfortunately for Barangay Ginebra, still no Stanley Pringle. LA, may update na ba doon about Stanley Pringle's health?
So far, I don't know pa. Actually, he had an MRI again, I think, the other day.
Yeah.
So, wala pa yung result. Hindi pa namin alam kung ano yung final decision also of the doctors and of course the final decision of Stanley.
Yeah, absolutely. LA, thank you very much for that update. We're not done with you yet kasi after the break.
We'll remember the legendary Beda Juniors coach Ato Badolato from the eyes of one of his bright mentees, LA Tenorio. Stay tuned, you're watching The Game.
Welcome back to the game. I'm Paulo Del Rosario. From Benji Paras, Ronnie Magsanok, Renan Ritualo, L.A. Tenorio, J.V. Casio, L.A. Revilla, Nico Salva, and Paser Amer. Now, what do they all have in common? All of them have been coached by the legendary Badolato of Beda. The 37-year-old mentor of the Beda Red Cubs won 16 titles and was a father-like figure to several PBA greats and superstars. Coach Ato also served as the athletic director of Beda and once a commissioner of the UAAP. The coaching legend was laid to rest yesterday, just 10 days before his 75th birthday due to a heart attack. Tonight, one of his mentees, L.A. Tenorio, still joins us to remember the colorful life of the legendary high school coach. L.A., again, sad time here for Philippine basketball. I'm sure you have a lot of great stories for Coach Ato. How are you doing? How are you taking the news? How did you find out?
Actually, I found out because I've been contacting with Coach Ato ever since actually during the pandemic, and then every time na nasa hospital siya, I always talk to him and yung kasama niya sa hospital and sa bahay niya. So we have a constant communication until yung last time na na-hospitalize siya. Medyo medyo parang mahina na talaga yung heart niya. So, he had an angioplasty, and then he was parang I think ni-revive siya, and then na-revive siya, nag-flatline siya, nag-revive siya because nag-stop yung heartbeat niya. And then he's supposed to have I think his schedule niya ng bypass is supposedly March. So I had a constant communication with him, and then I just found out last night after the game, on the way home, he was calling. Yung cellphone ko nag-ring, and then he was calling, and then medyo kinakabahan na ako na siya yung tumatawag after the game. And then kasi I didn't answer it because going home, nagsisimbang gabi ako dun sa habang nagda-drive pa uwi. So I didn't answer the phone, and then and then I called after the mass. Yun nga, yung pamangkin niya answered the phone, and then he said na Coach Ato passed away already. And then the thing is, he finished our game pa. So natapos pa niya yung game namin, and then after the game, he was rushed to the hospital, PGH, and then yun nga, na siya, nag-expire na si Coach Ato. So it was very, very, very sad news, especially for me, kasi he's like a father figure for me and to me, and sobrang I owe my career to Coach Ato, If not with Coach Ato, I will never be, hindi niyo ako kinakausap ngayon. Sobrang laki ng utang na loob ko sa kanya. I'm not gonna lie na siya talaga yung nag-mold sa akin as a basketball player and as a point guard.
LA, you mentioned that that ang laki ng utang na loob mo sa kanya, and you mentioned it on your social media also, and I quote that ikaw ang malaking rason kung bakit ako nandito sa posisyon ko ngayon. Can you share to everyone who was Coach Ato to you? I'm guessing that he was more than just a coach for you.
Oh yeah, he's more than coach for me. Again, as I've said, he was a father figure to me. Growing up, when I started playing, actually, grade school pa lang ako, nire-recruit na niya talaga ako. Nasa Don Bosco pa lang ako. He was trying to recruit me namin. May nakikita na siya sa akin na potential. But again, I went to Adamson first year high school. And then I transferred to Beda finally, second year. And then he was very happy. And then he took care of me. Isa ako sa mga players na kumakain sa office niya every lunch. He was cooking, and then he was buying food for me. And kami ni John Tabique, my teammate who passed away also. Kami yun, alaga niya talaga. And then hanggang sa high school, mag-college ako, going to Ateneo. So, sobrang very supportive. He was sobrang close siya sa family ko, sa parents ko. So sobrang until now actually before siya before siya namatay, sobrang yung constant communication namin. Been helping him sa mga hospitals niya, sa mga sa lahat ng mga kailangan niya. I've been helping him. So yun lang, nakakalungkot lang sobra.
LA, I know that you knew Coach Ato better than most people. And how would you like people to remember Coach Ato? Those who were, acquaintances of him, for those very close to him, how would you like people to remember him?
I think ang isang sa personality ni Coach Ato is a very bubbly, mapagbiro yan si Coach Ato, lalo na pag kilala ka niya. Pag kilala ka niya, sobrang alam niya kung anong tawag sa'yo, alam niya kung ano ang yung tukso sa'yo. Ganun siya ganun siyang tao, naaalala niya. Yung memory niya, even though you played for him for the past 40 or 50 years na, or mga ganun, naaalala niya So, talagang very concerned siya sa mga players na naging players niya. Very, bubbly and mapagbiro. And lagi siya nakangiti. He's always smiling kahit alam mong stress na siya. I saw him when he was the UAAP commissioner. Mm-hmm. Alam ko, I always tease him when I see him during the game, the UAAP back in, I don't know, I don't remember that. But when I see him, I always tease him. Ano sinasabi ko to? Mukha kang hindi stress But you can see him na nasa stress siya because of, of course, being a commissioner of the UAAP is not easy, di ba? So, yun.
LA, we've heard so many great stories about Coach Ato. I personally didn't get a chance to meet him or know him, but based on what everyone is saying, he sounds like an amazing person. Thank you very much for sharing your memories of him. And, we're all remembering him right now with a smile on our faces. So, salamat. But please don't go away because we're not done with you yet.
Yeah.
Because when we return on a brighter note, Isaiah Thomas is back playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. In light of his return, we'll play a little pick-em game for NBA point guards. Keep it here, you're watching The Game. Welcome back. You're watching The Game. Unfortunately for Laker fans, the purple and gold lost to the Chicago Bulls earlier today. But some bright spots for the team. Isaiah Thomas and Trevor Ariza are back playing for the Lakers. IT started in today's game and once again finished in double figures. In light of his return to the NBA, let's play a little point guard pick-em game alongside four-time PBA Finals MVP LA Tenorio.
LA, thank you very much for staying. At alam mo, it says here that Bea should ask and I should react alongside you. But I'm gonna shift things around. I'm gonna let Bea answer na lang instead.
Talaga?
Oo, kasi ganito yun. NBA writer ka eh. It makes more sense for you to answer compared to me eh. O, ganun yan na lang. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you, LA, first. Who would you pick between these two? Yung current Isaiah Thomas, yung LA Lakers Isaiah Thomas, ha? Or the current RAJON Rondo, still playing for the Lakers?
Wow. So, tough one, ha?
Oo nga eh.
I think, I'm gonna choose, but I'm still gonna choose RAJON Rondo of the Lakers now. Yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm an old school type of point guard. So, I think I based it because of the experience, playing in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Many times. So, I think si RAJON Rondo, proven na siya pagdating sa playoffs, and parang playoff Rondo nga tawag sa kanya, di ba? Di ba? Parang gano'n. So I'm gonna choose Rondo over Isaiah Thomas now.
Bea, do you agree with that?
Teniente LA, I respect you so much. Dahil idol talaga kita
Sorry,
LA
sorry,
eh.
sorry.
Pero for me, I'd have to go with IT here. But only just because it's more about going back against adversity, you know,
Yeah.
how he returned to the NBA and in his debut game, he had 19 points. And then once again, double digits, although on the loss to the Chicago Bulls. So just on that note, but of course, I always agree with LA.
You see, this is why I said that I shouldn't be answering the questions. Dapat si Bea na lang. Kasi ako agree lang ako kay Ellie. But ito, Ellie, next one. Still Isaiah Thomas and still Rajon Rondo. But when they were in the Boston Celtics, who do you think was more impactful? Prime Isaiah, Prime Rondo in the Boston Celtics?
Wow. Well, I don't know. Maybe this time I'll go for IT.
Okay.
Because when IT was in Boston, I'm not sure there's no more big three. I
Yeah.
don't know if diba?
Yeah, wala na,
Kasi
wala na.
when Rondo was there, meron siyang Paul Pierce, KG, and Ray Allen to play with, diba, on that team. So, but I think nung sa Celtics, I think yung Rajon Rondo, he showed that he can somehow, but I think they fell short there.
Yeah.
But somehow, he showed that he can carry the team, with his talent,
Yeah.
diba? With his talent, with his skill. Yun lang, hindi yata siya nakapanalo ng championship. But, iba pagka wala kang kasamang iba. Doon
True.
mo mapuprove na talagang you can carry the team. Diba?
True. And, here's a difficult question, so I'm going to throw it to Bea. I'm going to throw this next one to Bea. Prime Isaiah Thomas, Bea, when he was still with Detroit, okay? Or Russell Westbrook with OKC?
Ooh.
Oh, I'm a
Wow.
big fan of Russell Westbrook. So this is an easy one, Russell for me.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Walang bias.
Oh, ito nga, when I talk about Isaiah Thomas, I'm talking about the Isaiah Thomas from the Bad Boys generation. So, it's the Detroit. It's still interesting why you picked him though, Bae. Pa-explain naman.
Mas time ko kasi si Russell
Okay.
Westbrook. Actually, yun
LA,
lang
agree
talaga.
ka ba doon? Feeling ko, disagree ka eh.
Wala. Okay. Isaiah Thomas of Detroit ako.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay lang.
Agree ako dyan. I'm with you here, LA. I'm not just saying that. Pero ito, LA, last question. Russell Westbrook for OKC or LeBron James right now for LA?
I'll go for LeBron.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll
Agree
go
din
for
ako dun.
LeBron. Yeah, see,
Bea agrees. I think there's very little debate on this one. But again,
Yeah,
LA, sorry, we're running out of time. Pero salamat. Thank you very much for joining us,
Thank you.
sharing so much in
Thank
the
you, LA.
NBA, PBA, and of
Thank
course
you.
about Coach Ato. Salamat.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, well, meanwhile, the MVP group of companies, together with its partners, are in unity in spreading joy and hope this holiday season, and you can be part of this remarkable movement. The children of Child Hope received a holiday surprise. Let's watch this.
Sobrang thankful kami at nagbigay ang Smart at PLDT Smart ng tablet dahil magagamit ng mga bata namin para sa bagong yugto ng pag-aaral nila. Isa po itong isa katuparan ng pangarap ng aming organisasyon na makapagbigay pa ng serbisyo para sa aming mga batang kalye.
Maraming salamat po sa PLDT at Smart. Dahil sa tablet na binigay niyo po ay patuloy po kaming makakapag-aral ng mga batang kalye. Makakatulong po ito sa online class namin at pati na rin po yung mga lesson na nakalagay po doon ay matututunan po namin at mapag-aaralan.
Nagpapasalamat uli kami sa Child Hope Foundation dahil nga sa kanila naiparating din po ng PLDT Smart yung gusto naming effort na makatulong sa mamamayang Pilipino.
Let's do our part and spread the Christmas cheer to our fellow kababayans. You may send your donations to the following accounts flashed on your screens or contact us on the following details. Tara na sa isang maligayang bayanihan, Pilipino.
Thank you for joining us once again tonight. I'm Beda Diaz-Fabros.
I'm Paulo De Rosario. This has been The Game.